Whether to die miserably or to die graciously, I think that's the ultimate question. Uh, IQ doesn't matter. How good you are doesn't matter. None of this really matters. This is what's meant by redemption, right? Christ, the Redeemer. What exactly is being redeemed? Your life, right? Your whole entire life is being redeemed. Salvation, what's exactly being salvaged? Your soul. So, like a thought experiment would be at the end of my life, I'm on my deathbed. I only have a few moments left to live, right? Was it a good life? Yes or no? That's the only question. And two examples that come to mind for me are Bertrand Russell and John von Neumann, or Janzi von Neumann. Both of them highly intelligent, right? Highly gifted, intelligent, um, very rigorous. But we know from their memoirs of their lives, right? Anecdotes. John von Neumann. He was very profoundly gifted, very intelligent. But at the end of his life, he suffered greatly because of bone cancer, but also because he placed so much of his value on his intellect, right? And he lost it because of a brain. I think it metastasized to his brain. When you place so much value on something that you're going to lose, then you're going to lose that value too. There's really only two ways to go about it, right? It's either you suffer by clinging or you let it go and you're free, you're liberated. That's suffering. All suffering comes from the clinging of the mind. All suffering. Of course, it's terrible to see someone suffer. Of course. But you can't. But it's. Every life is the person's own journey. No one can live your life for you. When we look at Bertrand Russell, he meditated on his death as well during the end of his life. And he died, pretty graciously. He knew his time was up. He knew his time was up and that this was it. When I look at historical figures, there's people who die miserably, clinging to life, and there's people who die graciously, who are able to surrender. When I say clinging and surrender, right, I'm not talking in a naive sense, right? Clinging doesn't necessarily mean, right? Clinging is clinging, any clinging, right? And surrender is complete surrender, right? When you have to surrender even the idea of surrender, right? That's how much you have to surrender. And because of that, it's just really interesting to see how the end of people's lives, right? No matter how smart, how successful, how rich, how good, how famous, how powerful, no matter what, who, when, why, where the person is, you can see their life story, right? Their life history in their final moments. Every single person, right? You just can't make it up, right? Dying is, I would say, the great equalizer, yes, but more importantly, dying really is, it heals off everything, right? You put everything on the line. That's what it means.